Hi Capricorn, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your weekly tarot check. This is for the week of June 13th through June 20th for all Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you're new to the channel, welcome to you. I'm glad you're here. I post new readings every Friday, then again on Monday. So if a reading doesn't resonate, you can always check back in a couple of days and just watch a new reading, or even look around on the Monday posts because the format is different every week on Mondays. Thanks to everybody too for continuing to support the channel, from hitting that like button to watching the readings and of course subscribing. I appreciate it all. And if you haven't subscribed, love to invite you to join us and subscribe so you'll know when anything new is posted. All right, let's get the guidance for Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What does Capricorn need to know, please? What messages do you have for Capricorn, please? Okay. All right, so we will begin here with the tarot, and then we'll have the angel answers oracle cards too. You start off here with the Nine of Cups, the Eight of Cups. That's interesting. The Four of Wands, the Tower. Let's just slide these up a little bit. The Eight of Wands, the Empress, the Three of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. God, that's crazy. You've got the 8, 9, and 10 of Cups. Oh, wow. Plus the 3 and 4 of Wands. Well, if you're seeing a lot of number synchronicities here, and then you've got the 2 8s. Okay, I can't stop with this. If you're seeing a lot of number synchronicities, 1, 2, 3, 4, be still for a minute when that stuff is happening. Just communicate, connect with the universe. Know that the universe and you are co-creating. You are co-creating events. Things are moving forward here for sure. But I mean, it really is unusual to see this. And even though they didn't come out quite in order here, it's still, I mean, when you have, whoops, sorry. Really the 9 was first. That's what kind of, but just when you see something like this, anywhere in the reading to have that in this view of cards is important. It's almost like the build, you know, when you're listening to a piece of music and there's build. It's kind of like that for me, where it's like the seeker's journey goes into wishes fulfilled and then that happily ever after. The dream comes true. The dream is alive here. So with this, you've got, of course, the 9 of Cups. Everyone loves to see this. The 9s are the conclusion of the phase. 10 is the beginning of a new one. So it's like you close out this, you know, whatever this hero's journey, seeker's journey that you've been going on into more abundance, really. But the 9 of Cups is attainment in the material world for sure. And you have that multiple times. So for some of you, you may have gotten some kind of an increase at work. I just keep hearing increase. That has brought in a lot of financial security. I think a lot of people right now are feeling more and more secure because there's so many businesses trying to find employees. And so if you've been in a job, they're looking to keep you around. They don't want you going anywhere. I can tell you that. Now, in terms of a relationship, there's definitely a wonderful reciprocity here. I do see one of you likes to give massages, okay? And so I do see somebody getting that. And it might just be symbolic of the reciprocity, but there's a really soft energy to it. A really kind of a compassionate, kind-hearted energy in whoever you're attracting here. There's definitely a commitment. I see that, and there's great communication showing up. So if you've been waiting and wondering, things are moving forward. So I mentioned before, you've got the hero's journey. You're on this journey in this earth school, and you're full of wisdom already. It's already inside of you. Everything you need to know is within you. And so it's all about connecting to that energy. It's also, too, though, in the material world, moving away from things that are more in the ego realm. So things that didn't serve you, connections with people that maybe made you feel uncomfortable on some level. And it might not have been major. It might not have been anything where it was, you know, this person's doing meth or something. It might have just been, we're just not a match. And so it's moving on to better things. And I don't necessarily, though, feel like it was a a love relationship, it just seems like in this reading, you're really using your discernment. I mean, I love to see all the yellow in the cards. When I look at the wands and the Nine of Cups and the Empress, all that yellow, it's gifts from the universe. Now, before we get into this too far, you've got here fire, Aries, Leo, Sag. You've got water, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You've got earth and the Empress also. So the Four of Wands, this is, again, a card of synchronicities. It's the 1111 card. There's something very important about number alignments here. And for some of you, it may even have to do with a job. Maybe it's somebody you're attracting who's works with numbers. They have something to do with that, because I just keep seeing all these numbers, and it's also in the cards. So I guess if you're attracting someone who's, has a job where it's mathematically based, maybe they're an engineer or they're an accountant, or they do even a math teacher, something where they do a lot with mathematics, I definitely feel them in this reading. So with the Four of Wands, it's a marriage card. This is a commitment, but it's also celebratory. It's a wonderful sort of this, they walk out of this walled off city into this open vista. It's this wonderful release from anything that wasn't free to you. This is complete freedom and happiness. And in a job, though, things are also moving forward. It may not be a permanent place where you land, though. It may just be a stepping stone onto something better. So some of you may be even getting a promotion here. I just keep seeing you're being elevated, and wands are upwardly mobile, and you have a lot of wands in this reading. And so with the Eight of Cups too, it's like you're moving on to better things, whether you're trying to or not. It's manifesting for you. So it's beautiful energy. So the Tower comes in. This is the corporate raider. Okay, this is the one that shows up that says, hey, things need to change here, and so we're going to make some pretty significant changes. And so with the Tower, though, anything that wasn't built on a sustainable foundation, it has to be put on solid ground. And so I don't necessarily see an ending to something as much as it feels like as you move on, you may cause this in the wake. That if you, especially if it's a job for you, because the relationship looks really stable. I don't see a big change there. But it may be career stuff where any movements that you make, it may result in this where they have to do a complete restructuring. And you may say, well, I'm not that important. I don't see how that could happen. But it may be just an indicator for them, hey, we're losing people. We've got people moving around here. Or again, if it's within and you end up being promoted, you may be in charge of an area that needs this. And so you're the corporate raider, but it's a big wake-up call for somebody. There's definitely a wake-up call, but it always leads to something more. There's a gift in the Tower. We don't want to try to fight it, because the Tower energy is let go or be dragged. So when we try to resist it, it will keep pursuing you. What you resist persists. So with the Eight of Wands, this is the arrows of love in the tarot. So if you haven't met anybody yet, they're going to be coming after your ass. I can tell you that. I mean, this is someone very interested in moving forward. And so with the Eight of Wands, it's great communication and it's rapid. And you have it with the Tower to some extent too. The Tower also is quick and sudden change. So is this, but it's positive. This is not to be feared. So I do like to see this with the Tower because it kind of softens the possibilities of the Tower, because the Tower can symbolize change that we don't want, whereas this is generally things that we do want. It's movement forward in a positive way. So the Empress comes in, the mother of the tarot, so don't be afraid. The Empress is here to show you that loving kindness, show you that you are vibrant. And so everywhere you go, I do feel like you're attracting attention in a very positive way. In terms of work, it's people who want to be, especially if you get promoted to some kind of supervisory capacity, they want you in charge of them. But I also feel like you have the capacity too to delegate in a way that is humane, right? You know, it's not demeaning, it's like uplifting, and people see their own potential with you in any kind of a management position or any kind of a supervisory. Even if you're something like a nurse and you have other people that are under you, or you're a teacher, excuse me, and you have other people who you need to mentor and coach. Again, they grow and blossom under your direction. It may also be the reverse too. If you may get somebody who's a mentor, could be a female too. That's a possibility here, that it's somebody in charge who's female, but they've got a great capacity for allowing people to see their gifts. Excuse me on that. She's also too, though, I mentioned she's the mother. This is also a card of fertility. So with all the symbolic cards here of marriage, relationships, dreams come true, wishes fulfilled. Those of you that are looking to start a family, you've got great energy here for that too. And it's a loving family. It's a harmonious, beautiful, you know, when we look at the Empress, the 10 of Cups, and of course this 9 of Cups, could have put the 4 of Wands in there too. You know, this is dreams come true, especially for those of you that have wanted a family. Here you go. So with the 3 of Wands coming in, this is a card of success and moving forward. It's also a card of evaluation. So you kind of take a look at the landscape. And if you've been waiting, there's development all around you, especially having the 4 of Wands showing up with this. The 3 of Wands waits, but in a way that is relaxed. It's a waiting, but knowing, just waiting for the perfect timing. No hurry here, okay? It's not a stagnant energy. It's more about discernment and having a careful sense of timing and thinking things through, making choices, but also this is a card of action. So their actions taken that are based on, you know, reason, on good judgment, on, and even on intuition as well, but they're sound, right? This is not, you know, Knight of Swords rushing forward. So you've got this 10 of Cups. What a beautiful card here. It's a rainbow after the storm. It's a card of happily ever after, happy endings. It's celebration. It's coming together, especially too with the Empress here. There's a really strong vibe of family in this reading. So some of you too may be reconnecting with your family of origin, and that brings great fulfillment. Maybe family reunion or something like that, a mini version. If you're not going to have, you know, 100 people with matching names, the Walker family comes in, you know, or something. That's okay. You don't have to do the, you know, let's rent a park for a day. It's still on the level of feeling connected again. It's so beautiful. So let's see what the what the angels have to say here. Yeah, I really do like this for you. You know, even with the tower is not, like I said, not to be feared, because it brings a change that brings in more. So sometimes we can get a little stagnant. And in a reading like this, too, it may be just a little nudge in the right direction. It's not anything that's going to turn your life upside down. That's not turn your head on you and leave you, okay? We're not leaving anybody stranded here. All right, you have here, listen to your intuition. We said that, didn't we? If you believe, ask, believe, receive, Cap. It's all for you. It's all here for you. Now, they have compromise, and it may have something to do with the tower and just making an adjustment. If you have some kind of a change that shows up, just adjusting to that flow of energy. You've got within the next few months, and you've got don't stop, okay? You're on the right path. Great things are coming for you, Capricorn. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.